Hey YouTube, it is Trauma here, and this is my first commentary, so we'll see how this goes. I'm basically going to do my thoughts on Advanced Warfare at this point. The game's been out for a couple weeks, so everyone's kind of gotten a feel for it, and I want to just go over like my main thoughts and what I think of the game. And I'm going to start with the negatives, so before I go over that, before I kind of like rip the game apart, I'm going to start by saying I really enjoy it. I think it's a fun game. I think it's got a lot of cool things to it. I love the pace of it and everything. So yeah, let's get going. I'm gonna try and do a hardpoint game, so I might have to edit this out if I get thrown. Yeah.
Hardpoint. Hardpoint secured.
Alright, I got thrown into a game, but I'm still gonna go for it. Alright, I'm gonna start with the negatives now. So, some things I don't like are like the skill-based matchmaking this game has. And what I mean by that is it'll rank you with people who are your skill level, which I mean, I'm not complaining about having to play decent people. The only thing I'm complaining about it is the fact that because of that, I get placed against people who don't live near me, and it's laggier than it should be. The other games would always kind of make it so that you get placed with people based on location a little bit, and this game doesn't do that, and I really don't like that at all. And so, I mean, I guess the next point that I would talk about would be this game is basically the only usable gun is the BAL. The BAL it's a very good gun. I'm not going to say it's overpowered. I'm sorry about that, that's my phone. I'm just saying the other guns are not usable. They're just not as good. I would like a bit of varying, I guess. I mean, I've always liked SMGs. I love assault rifles, don't get me wrong. But they're just not usable. The BAL is too good. Everyone uses it. It's only getting competitive, and it's just kind of annoying. I mean, snipers too. Those things are like, they're so frustrating to use. I've had games of search and destroy because I'll have an overkill class at the sniper, where I'll get 5 hit markers in one game. It shouldn't happen, you know. Alright, and then the next thing I want to talk about is like, this also has to do with like lag compensation, which I'll talk about that too. Is I get killed around the corner in this game more than any game in the past, and it's really, I just don't get why it happens. I mean, you'd think that a game that's been around for as long as Call of Duty would have the money to have dedicated servers, so that kind of thing doesn't happen anymore. But I'll be running and I'll see a guy, so I'll jump around the corner, you know, because I understand how to play the game and everything. And then by the time I'm around the corner, I'm dead, even though my whole body's behind it, and there's no way you can shoot through the entire building. And on that, there's no bullet penetration in this game whatsoever. There's basically just nothing, which I think is pretty dumb. In the other games, you could always finish a guy off through a wall, but there's very few things that you can shoot through in this game. Lag compensation. That is the biggest upsetting, most frustrating thing in the game. There's because you'll be versing people with like it's not as good of a connection. Basically, you'll be shooting them and they'll just turn and kill you in like 2 bullets, even though you've already put like 5 or 6 into them, because the game's compensating for their connection not being up to par with yours. And I think that's ridiculous. I just don't think it's good for the game to have. Black Ops 2 had it at the start, but it wasn't nearly as bad. This game is just unreal with it. So the lag compensation itself really bothers me. Some of the positives now, because I don't want to only do negatives about this game, is this one is both a positive and negative. The variance. I think it's a really cool idea, but I also think it's a really stupid idea, because like it just doesn't take any skill required. Like, I am a 6th prestige at this point, almost 7th, and I've gotten no variants I really want to use. I got one for the Moors, which I don't snipe that much in this game, and I got one for an SMG that basically doesn't help me at all because I've got the BAL, and the BAL is the only usable thing. But then I got one of my friends who's gotten 5 assault rifle variants. I'm not putting that down or anything, I'm just saying it's just so random that it just kind of bothers me, because I mean, I can play just as much as them and I don't get the same things. I mean, so the variants are kind of like both. I mean, I like them, but I also hate them. I think they're a cool idea, but I just don't think they're executed very well.
Recon standing by.
And then one thing I do really enjoy about this game is like the whole boost aspect. I play very fast. I always have in every Call of Duty, and I love that I can just play at such fast speed. The day the game came out was the most fun, just because everyone was just boosting. It was like boost warfare, and
UAV is online.
I really enjoyed that aspect of it. I just thought it was awesome. Now it's getting a little bit more like Call of Duty. People are camping and everything, you know. But overall, I think it's a way faster paced game, and I've always been wanting that kind of thing, you know. I've never been one to like sit in corners. Even when I snipe, I play very aggressive, just very, very aggressive. And so the whole boosting and being able to dodge, it's awesome, because I feel like I can win gunfights that I shouldn't be able to, which is, some people find that annoying, but for someone like me that I can execute on it, I say why not, right? And then another thing is gun skill in this game. Whoa, it's a good spawn.
Secured.
The gun skill in this game, to an extent, I think it's awesome. Like, cause in gun skill, as in it actually takes a little bit of skill to play this game. Black Ops 1 was the last game where they really had gun skill, like where it was really like a big influencing thing. Like you couldn't, like, even if you got shot first, you still had a chance to win, which I kind of enjoy. I think that's cool because it's more like a competitive aspect, I guess. Like, you're not going to automatically lose. Like in COD 4, if someone's got an M16, you get shot with one burst, you're dead. It's not like that in this game, which is pretty awesome. The only problem with that is, again, the lag compensation kind of offsets that sometimes. Because you get beat when you really shouldn't. You'll have 5 shots to someone's back and they'll still beat you. I'm getting system hacked a lot this game. So like that, I put like 3 shots in the guy, but he still killed me. I don't understand that. And another thing that I really like about this game is they have pretty average kill streaks, which is going to sound like a complaint, but I don't like the games that are based off kill streaks. I mean, Modern Warfare 2, I think that game had potential to be the best game for Call of Duty wise. Like every Call of Duty, I figured that could have been the best one. But it was just so poorly executed, I feel like. Because they had these kill streaks that are just completely overpowered, and they ride on each other. So you're getting full points. It's just like a kill streak. So you get a Predator missile and you can get an AC-130, or you get a Harrier first, you can get a nuke. And I didn't like that. This game's got a lot more. It seems like objective-based kill streaks, which I think is really, really awesome. And so I just didn't like. I don't know. Like the game just seems pretty balanced as far as fairness. I don't know. Try and get in here real quick. But I don't know, this game's really enjoyable. So I guess these are my thoughts as a whole. But I mean, there's some tweaks. I'm really hoping with the next patch that comes out this week that they fix lag compensation. If that gets fixed, I think this game could be amazing, because I really enjoy it. I get really frustrated at it too. It is probably the most frustrating game that I've played as well, but I mean, it happens to every Call of Duty. Once you get into the swing of things, though, it's good. As far as my stats go, I don't really care about stats, I guess. But one thing I do care about is winning. I've always played for the win. I like to win the game. I don't get the point in playing Call of Duty and just camping and not going for the win or whatever. So I've always been one that goes for the win. And this game kind of screwed me over because the first like week that the game was out, it didn't count your win, or it didn't count losses as losses. Like, you'd play a game of Search and Destroy, and the game would, for every lost round you got, it would give you a lost game. So it really just ruined your win ratio. So it's kind of, you can't come back from it. Like, if I had to guess, I'd say I'd have like around a 3, maybe a 4 win ratio at this point. But I don't, because the game gave me a ton of losses because I played a lot of Search and Destroy. And even though I'd win the game, I would lose 5 rounds, let's say. That's 5 losses and 1 win, so it doesn't really help me. So yeah, I'm thinking about making a series where basically it's like a road to a 1.0 KD, which sounds like it's not hard at all. But I have a 0.3 right now, or 0.4, because of all the losses it gave me. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Advanced Warfare. If you guys like the video, be sure to comment, like it, subscribe, do whatever, share it, tell your friends, and I will see you next time.